Good day, folks. Another episode of my CDs. And before I start on the CDs, I would like to thank the people who have influenced my musical taste throughout the years. Um, First and foremost, my parents, who in long car rides would often listen to classic country songs that as a child I hated, but as you know, when I look back, nostalgia and all that, and I would go back and I would listen to some of the stuff that they would listen to, and I really enjoyed it, and I thought it was great. When as a child I would go, yuck, I don't want to listen to that. I also like to thank my older brothers and sisters. I am the youngest of five. They helped shape it too, sometimes negatively, sometimes positively. But again, their influence, it was never malicious or anything. It's just that, the people you're around, it helps you, and I really appreciate them. And also my friends. And I got a great friend up in. I'm not going to say where he's at. I don't want to out him in any way or anyway tarnish his reputation by association with me. But he's a great guy. I've known him for so many years. We've been friends since 13. First thing he ever, first words he ever called me were potato head, and it's been a great friendship ever since. He's been a really great influence on a lot of the music that I listen to and a lot of what I like. And I really appreciate it. And also on the YouTube side of it, I would like to I'd like to recognize the efforts and work of Frank Addington. That's the name of the account. Great stuff. I mean, if he's not trespassing on football fields, soccer fields, public parks, restaurants, hospitals, medical centers, video stores. He's pruning trees with chainsaws, and he's destroying beaver dams to help the ecology of certain areas. And he's also feeding ducks and geese bread, which leads to their untimely deaths at times. But he means well, and he's a great guy. He makes great videos. I really recommend his video channel, Frank Addington. He has a girl that's a friend, and her name is Dana. Just stay away from her, because he will hunt you down. He will find you in his beat up truck, and he will order Dana into the truck and say, "I'll deal with you later." And then he'll say, "I should have killed you," but he won't hit you or anything. And now that I've got that all out of the way, I'm going to go into the collection. Thanks for your patience. The first one I'm going to get to is a set of two CDs. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Volumes 1 and 2 of their greatest hits. Really a quality purchase. I mean, they're a great band. Really groovy stuff. Excellent songs, well crafted. Great stuff. Volume 2. Here it is. You like the space age type stuff. Always part of their aesthetic. And of course the Egyptian stuff. I like that. Earth, Wind, and Fire. Really, really, good stuff. Listen to, it's fun. For anybody. I don't like this time periodization stuff where, that's old stuff, you can't listen to it, it's not good. No, it still sounds good. This is Sinead O'Connor's Am I Not Your Girl? It's a pretty good record. She does a lot of standards on this, covers, and there are some original stuff on here. Success Has Made a Failure of Our Home is a really good cover she did. Love Letters, How Insensitive. But Don't Cry For Me, Argentina has really been done to death, and it's not a very good song, and it's a terrible musical and all that. So I can't really recommend this record because it's for people who are really big fans of Sinead O'Connor like myself, who are completists and they like to get everything that she puts out because generally there's going to be something interesting on there. Okay, here's another one. This is her debut LP, The Lion and the Cobra. It's a very impressive first record from for any artist. Mandinka, Jerusalem, just like I said it would be. Never Get Old, Troy, I Want Your Hands on Me, Just Call Me Joe. There are a lot of great songs on this record. It's a really good record. You see that where she began is where she has always been. Always a lot of religious stuff in her work. A lot of stuff about you know sensuality, love, and that's always going to be a theme with her. She mixes all love is love. If it's religious or if it's the amorous love that you have for another person, it's all part of one thing. The Song of Songs proves that in the Bible, Solomon. So she's not original in saying any of that, but she recognizes it, and that's something. Okay, this is a great rap out LP. Ghostface Killah, More Fish. Some really good stuff on here. Some funny stuff. Ghostface is a great rapper. Tells great story raps, and the beats and stuff are great. You play this at any party, it's pretty good. One of the highlights is You Know I'm No Good, which he basically samples Amy Winehouse. Amy Winehouse's great song, You Know I'm No Good. And he raps over it, and it works. It works. So it's a good record. Here's another excellent CD that I often listen to. Rufus Wainwright's Poses. This is a really good record, really, really pensive, reflective, often passionate. Starts off kind of with a clunk with Cigarettes and Chocolate Milk, which is a piano work. And then it gets going, and you hear a Greek song, Poses, which is a great song. California is a wonderful song. Grey Gardens is probably the best song on the bunch. It's a really good one. This is a very good record to listen to. The songwriting is excellent. The composition is great. He comes from a long line of talented artists in his family. You can tell. The chops are there. It's a good record. Okay, next up, and you're going to be seeing a lot of these guys, is Guided by Voices, Universal Truths, and Cycles. And this is a good one. There are a lot of great songs on here. All the songs are good, but songs like Back to the Lake, Everywhere with Helicopter, The Ids Are All Right. This is a good one. I'd recommend it. It's not their best by any means, but it's Guided by Voices. They put out good records. They're highly listenable. He has Robert Pollard, the guy that writes the songs, has a very attuned ear for making pop hooks. I mean, he's really good at it. Okay, this is a classic record. Pulp, This Is Hardcore. This is a great, great record. It starts off with The Fear, great song. Dishes, Party Hard is a great song. Help the Aged is an excellent song. This Is Hardcore is probably the best song on here. It's awesome. A Little Soul is really good. I'm a Man. Seductive Berry is a really interesting song. Sylvia is great. Glory Days is awesome. This is a classic. It's great. I'd highly recommend anyone picking it up. Pulp is a good band. Good records. Okay, here comes another one of my slutty greatest hits collection CDs. And it's Bruce Springsteen, greatest hits. Always showing his backside to us. But fortunately this time there's not a big American flag in front of him. And he does has a leather jacket on, and the guitar's pointing down like I don't know what, and the same, and yeah, all these songs are pretty good. Some of them are great. Pretty much everybody knows. I mean, he's so much in our culture that I really don't have to explain Bruce Springsteen to anybody. Okay, next up is another slutty greatest hits compilation. It's Neil Young's Decade. And it's a 3-record set on 2 compact discs. I'm so glad that they explained that to me. Yeah, there's a ton of songs on here, and a lot of them are very good. Most of them are very good. And if you're lazy, as I said before, and you like Greatest Hits LP, and you just want to put stuff down and you want to listen to good stuff, and you don't want to go through deep cuts and deep tracks, then that's fine. I have no problem with that. And this is a good record. Okay, next up is a classic. Who's Next? The iconic album cover. Those bad boys urinating in public. They should have been arrested. Terrible stuff. Okay. Bob O'Reilly, everybody's heard it. Bargain, good song. Love Ain't for Keeping, another My Wife, which is a John Entwistle solo song, which he wrote, but with The Who, of course. Song is Over is good. Getting in Tune. Going Mobile is a great song. Behind Blue Eyes is pretty good. Won't Get Fooled Again, of course, is classic. The extra songs are but yeah, this is a good one. Now here's another. I am not going to be ashamed of this one, and it's another compilation of greatest hits. It's number ones by the Temptations, and no, I'm not ashamed of getting this. I'm very happy I got this, and I don't feel slutty listening to this because every song is awesome, and it's like listening to sunshine. It's you feel the warmth in you, and you love life and you love people, and you just have a jaunt in your step, and you want to dance, you want to move, you feel good. I mean, Temptations are awesome. Now, all these songs aren't happy-go-lucky or anything, but even the bad songs have a groove, and they're good. They make you think. So, yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. Temptations, come on. Okay, here's another. This is Jarvis Cocker's first solo LP called the Jarvis Cocker record. This is better than the other one, Further Complications. Don't Let Him Waste Your Time is a great song. Black Magic, Heavy Weather, I Will Kill Again is hilarious and a great song. Fat Children is another great song. From Auschwitz to Ipswich is a great song too. Disney Time Tonight, great song. Quantum Theory is good. At the end of this, there's a hidden track called, and I'm going to curse, but the song is called Cunts Are Still Running the World, and it's a great, great song. It's a great, great song. Okay, this is another classic LP, Stone Roses, their first LP. Really great stuff. I Want to Be Adored, She Bangs the Drums, Don't Stop. Sugar Spoon Sisters, good. Made of Stone. The last three songs, this is the one, I Am the Resurrection, The Erection, Freudian slip there, and Fool's Gold. Those are great songs, all of them. The ending is really strong as the two songs at the beginning. It's a great record. I recommend it highly to anyone that wants to listen to a class LP all the way through. All right, here we go with a guy that I really have a lot of respect for as a songwriter and a performer. Dwight Yoakam, this time. Music genres are kind of funny because Dwight Yoakam straddles the line between honky-tonk, country, and rock and roll and pop. He can, all those elements are in his work. This time is a great record. A person who likes pop music, honky-tonk, or country, which are distinct, will like this record because it has all of it. Pocket of a Clown, great song. 1,000 Miles from Nowhere, great guitar work. You could play it on a pop radio station and nobody would bat an eye. Home for Sale, kind of a sad sack country song. This time again, kind of a honky-tonk song. Two Doors Down, another sad sack song. Ain't That Lonely Yet, great song. King of Fools is another great one. Fast as You is a rocker that's really good. Try Not to Look So Pretty is probably my favorite song on this because it's a really touching song. And it really gets to, he's saying, try not to look so pretty, and I'll try not to be the fool. Because sometimes a woman's beauty will overpower you and make you act foolish. We've all been there as men. And even as women, for those who are same-sex oriented, which is fine. Wild Ride is all right. It's kind of a rollicking song. And then Lonesome Roads is pretty good. Dwight Yoakam, I really like his work. I like he makes LPs, meaning that he's going to devote the entire LP to good songs. Now this is the one after this time called Gone, and it is a better, even though not as popular, LP than This Time. Sorry You Asked is a great song. Near You is great. Don't Be Sad. Gone. Nothing is a great love ballad. Never Hold You is a great rocker. This Much I Know is pretty good. Baby Why Not is a very entertaining song. He shows a sense of humor in this song. One More Night is great. And Heart of Stone, is an old type of country heartbreak song. It's pretty good. I really like Gone. It's a great record. It's one of my favorite country records. Okay, here's another classic. Luna, Penthouse. Produced by Tom Verlaine. No, Pat McCarthy and Mary Salvati. Pat Verlaine did some production work with certain songs on this LP that I had mentioned before, like Moon Palace. Chinatown, Moon Palace, 23 Minutes in Brussels, Lost in Space, Kalamazoo, Freakin' and Peakin'. These are all great songs. At the end, it has a special track, Bonnie and Clyde, that he does. That's a hidden track, and it's really great. It's a Serge Gainsbourg song, a French artist who's kind of a creep who liked really young women. But that's neither here nor there. But Bonnie and Clyde's a great song, and it's a hidden track at the end of the record. Okay, now, here we come into my first Prince LP that I've mentioned. It's a soundtrack of a movie that didn't do so well, Graffiti Bridge. There are a lot of good songs on here, though. Can't Stop This Feeling I Got is good. The Question of You is a great song. Elephants and Flowers is good. Weekend Funk, he does that with George Clinton. It's a great song. Joy and Repetition is great. Tick, Tick, Bang, awesome. Thieves in the Temple. Shake, he does that song with The Time, and it's really good. Still Would Stand All the Time is like a gospel song, and it's a great song. It is a gospel song. And that's about it. As far as Prince work goes, it's not one of his best, but it's still a solid LP. Okay, now, not to be remiss, I will bring attention to this record that everybody knows, George Harrison, All Things Must Pass, a classic. I really don't need to say anything about this. It's a great one. Isn't It a Pity is just it's a great song, and it's the highlight of the entire double set that's full of highlights. The additional tracks are kind of not needed, especially My Sweet Lord 2000, where they do a really terrible remix of it that really diminishes the song, and it's kind of like a desecration. Okay, now I'm going to get to a great English punk band, Gang of Four, Entertainment. This is a great record. All the songs are good. Ether, Natural's Not in It. At Home He's a Tourist is a great song. I Found That Essence Rare, another great song. Guns Before Butter. This is a great record. If you're scared of punk and you think, oh, it's too, this or too that, try out these guys. They might hit the spot. And once again, Gang of Four, and the album is called Entertainment. Now here's a classic, and I just have to show the album cover, and you know what it is. What's Going On, Marvin Gaye. A great song cycle that everything goes together. It's all of a piece. And it starts with What's Going On and it ends with Inner City Blues. And those are two great songs. And everything in between is pretty damn good. Mercy, Mercy Me. The Ecology is great. Flying High. All these songs are really good. It's an impressive work. Marvin, when he makes records, he sets a theme, and the entire record becomes a theme, and everything runs together. they don't all sound the same, but it just runs together. It is another record from one of my favorite rap artists, Ghostface, the Pretty Tony LP, Pretty Tony album. And this one is really good. Biscuits is a great song. Kunta Fly Toss is a great song. Beat the Clock. Metal Lungies. Keisha's House is a skit, which is pretty funny. Hall is a great song. And Run is an awesome song too. And the last song, Love, is a really beautiful song. It's about being poor as a kid and all the things his mother and his brothers and sisters did. It's a really touching song, and it's odd to hear in an album that's mostly devoted to rap tracks. Okay, this is his best work, I think. Ghostface Killah, Fish Scale, Shaky Dog, Kilo, The Champ, 9 Milli Brothers, Ragu, Back Like That, Be Easy, Jellyfish, Barbershop is great, Big Girl is awesome, Underwater is a great one, and this is just a classic LP. There's nothing on it that you would skip. Okay, this is an outlier here, but it's a great record. Astrid Gilberto's Jazz Masters 9, and it's a greatest hits selection, and of course it has Dreamer, which is a great song. Let me get it in focus here. Garota de Ipanema, which is the girl from Ipanema, of course. Felicidade is a great song. Agua de Beber is great. Corcovado is, of course, awesome. Dindy is pretty good, too. And Tristeza is really nice. This record is good all the way through. You can put it on, and you ever want to impress people and sound more cultured than you actually are, you put that on, and it's pleasant music. I mean, it's really nice. Okay, this is another Guided by Voices I think it's a compilation. It's called Alien Lanes. Has a lot of their classics. Watch Me Jumpstart, Motor Away, Game of Pricks. This is a really, really good one. I highly recommend it. And then you have their last, well, it's not their last LP, but it was supposed to be their last CD as a band. It's called Half Smiles of the Decomposers. And this is a great record. It's more contained, and it's more of a standard rock record than most of their stuff. And the songs are extended. They're not just all short songs. And everybody thinks I'm a rain cloud when I'm not looking is great. Sleepover Jack is great. Girls of Wild Strawberries is a beautiful pop song. Never Have to Die is great. Window of My World is another great one. Asia Minor is good. Sons of Apollo. A Second Spurt of Growth. Smothering and Coaching is great. Huffman Prairie Flying Field is a great song to close the record. It's awesome. This record is one of my favorite ones by Guided by Voices because it's an album, and it's cohesive, and it's not just a bunch of throw-togethers. Not that that's what they do, but sometimes you get that feeling. Okay, this is Guided by Voices, Earthquake Glue. Again, another kind of compilation. Has good songs like My Kind of Soldier and Best of Jill Hives and some other ones too. Not really. It's a great one, but it's not one of their best. Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to close off with a classic, a timeless record, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. This is an outstanding debut as a solo artist for Lauryn Hill. It's great. It's great. Everything is good on this. From the intro to Last Ones, X Factor to Zion, Doo Wop is a great song. Superstar Final Hour, When It Hurts So Bad is great. I Used to Love It was great. All these songs are awesome. And at the end, there's some other tack-on songs that are really good too. I highly recommend this. Pick this up. This is a treat. Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. You will not be disappointed. It's a really great record. Great songwriting, great music, everything. And with that, I'm going to step off and enjoy my day. I believe someone's going to be coming over in about 15 to 20 minutes. So I better go, comb my hair, do the basic stuff for my hygienic purposes. Take care, everyone. Have a great afternoon. Bye-bye.